Hello, this is a demonstration of the Kapow platform being used as part of the mortgage application process. I'll jump right in. What you're looking at now is the core part of the Kapow platform. It's called the Design Studio. And what it allows you to do is model interactions with websites exactly the same way that a human being would interact with websites. So what we're going to do in this case is model the steps that humans would normally use to interact with websites to pull various documents that would be needed as part of a mortgage loan application process. I'll break into one part of the robot here. It's doing a wide variety of steps. Let's break into where it's getting bank information or statement information from an HSBC bank account. And you can see what it's doing. It's essentially a flow chart. So we've started at the beginning of the site, and we're going to click on login. So you can see here there's a click step, and then the place where the click step is acting upon. And then you can see how we flow through. That will bring down or drop down a menu. We then enter the user information here and then click on login. And so the machine is interacting with the website exactly in the same way that a human being would. An interesting side note in the HSBC case is that they have a really interesting and unique and difficult to deal with authentication scheme. Instead of entering the password, you enter just portions of the password. So in this case, you'll enter the first, second, and second to last. The next time you log in, it might be third, fifth, and last, things along those lines. That's a very difficult scheme for a lot of data extraction software to deal with. They don't have the flexibility or the workflow capabilities to allow them to interact with that kind of a scheme. The Kapow platform has no trouble with it at all. You can model that quite successfully in the workflow mechanisms. So let's take a look at what this robot did. Then when it ran to completion, you can see that it grabbed a wide variety of information that's part of the process and did it all automatically. So it grabbed, in this case, homeowners insurance statement. It grabbed the HSBC statement as part of the above flow that I was showing you. It can, in addition to grabbing PDFs, it can grab bitmaps as well. So in this case, it's generating a label for a possible package if you had to send anything physically in. It's generating that automatically, and that's in bitmap form. You can see it's slightly different down here. In addition, it can grab pay stubs. In this case, it's grabbed several sample pay stubs. That's a demo application of how the Kapow platform might be used. In reality, you'd almost certainly use it in conjunction with an already existing loan website of some kind. So let me give you a quick sense for how that might work. Here's a very basic mock-up of a website that I put together that showed how this process might work with the Kapow platform interacting with the website. The website has got the elements that you would expect to see. These are the various documents that you're going to attempt to pull from the websites. These are the authentications on each of the sites. And then you can see I pre-run several of them, or I pre-run these, and you can take a look and see that it's in fact pulled all of the needed documents. So there's the HSBC statement. There's the Stillwater statement, which is the homeowners insurance, and the Bank of America statement. When it's done, it's written all these to a database. It can actually use Kapow to send all of those documents on to whoever's in the next stage of the mortgage application process. Presumably it would be somebody at the mortgage company. So in this case, it's told me it's finished sending those, and if I go out and look, sure enough, I had it send it to me. You can see that what it's done is it's collated all of those documents already together and has emailed them on to me. So that whole part of the process, which would take a considerable amount of time for an end user in the past, they'd have to find all these documents, save them to their local drive, put together the email themselves, or even worse, print it and throw it in an envelope and send it on. That's all been made much, much easier because the Kapow platform is doing all of that work for the applicant under the hood. One interesting thing to note here is the Kapow platform, in addition to interacting with the websites, can also take snapshots of what it's seeing when it's interacting on the user's behalf in the website. So in this case, you can see the last one we ran was HSBC, and it showed you, the end user, what it was that it saw when it went into the site, just so that you get some sort of a real visual sense for what it's doing as opposed to just cryptic messages and things like that. What I'll do is I'll change the password and actually fit the password in this case and have it go out and look for the document again. So what it does at this point is it's actually gone out to the server side of the Kapow platform, and it's actually running that HSBC robot to go out and do this interaction with the website. You can see it's running here. I could stop it if I wanted to, but the point is that the website is actually calling the Kapow capability here. And then when we go back, you can see what's happened. In this case, since I gave it bad authentication credentials, it's actually come back and showed me a screenshot saying, no, I wasn't able to log in. And not only that, this is what it looked like on the website when I couldn't log in. So the Kapow platform can not only do the actual login or data extraction capability, it can also show the end user as part of the UI actually what's going on behind the scenes, which I think is considerably better than, again, just giving them some cryptic status messages. So there's a brief demonstration of the Kapow platform in use in a mortgage application process.